All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I have seen some arguably bad takes, in my opinion, on the new Thonar. I think she is a great unit. She makes a lot more teams very viable to actually be able to beat the dogs. I'll probably have a gear guide for her because she has some interesting gear ways to use her that I have seen. Um, but yeah, we're gonna be going over why I think that she is very good for the Wolves, but not like a Magilda for the Wolves. Because I've been seeing people say that, why is she not the Magilda for the Wolves? Oh my God, why do we have to summon on so many units? I think they realized after the bird that they made too many units for you to summon for. So then when they dropped Jormungandr, they went too far, and so you only needed one unit. Would that be amazing? Yes, but obviously this is a business. They want money. So, if you don't know, they dropped Thonar. She's a 242 gem banner. They also dropped Matrona about a month early, or a month later, I mean, which is a 242 gem banner. They basically dropped this Brunhilder, or this Thonar, basically when the Brunhilder dropped, the green one, which is a very good unit for the bird, made it much more reliable to clear. I think that's actually when the bird dropped, so it makes sense because it's like, oh, this is like the new unit, and that's what we thought Freyr was. And in my opinion, I think that Freyr is the Brunhild of the wolf compared to the bird. And now the new Thonar is like the Matrona, but she's like a support DPS in terms of she makes your units hit harder. She doesn't keep your team alive like the Matrona did, which is what I think the next unit will be, which is probably going to be around when the next Ragnarok banner probably drops, unless they drop an actual Ragnarok unit, which if we got it around July, which is when, no, it was June when Freyr dropped, so it would be late August, early September? No, we're getting the new collab, so late September maybe, possibly, or maybe they're just going to delay it a little bit, but we're probably going to be getting one more unit. I'm so tired. We're probably going to be getting one more unit for the Wolves. That is a very good support, like increases all stats or a heal, because I think the only downside of the team is the terrible green Liz that we have right now. But there have been a lot of units for the bird, and yeah, we're just gonna be going over that. I completely went off the rails. So as you can see, we have Brunhild, and then we got Matrona, and then we got Magilda. And when she first dropped, she was very finicky. She made a lot more teams very viable, because people were clearing with like Aaron, Red Escanor, like Andy was the GOAT at that. He was just doing all that stuff, and this is what he's doing now with the new Thonar. They've already released a bunch of new units, but granted, Andy did say at the very beginning of the video, you do not need Thonar to beat floor 3. You don't need her, no, but she makes the passive so much easier to obtain than the Festival Gother relic, which only lasts for 2 turns. And you have to get his ultimate every single time. It's very finicky, very annoying, but with Thonar, you just have to attack 3 times, and then you get a buff. Some people are saying that she only gets it for her. It is the entire team. The 4th card will get the buff, so if you attack 3 times, then the 4th card will actually get the damage buff, and then you'll have the buff for 2 or 3 more turns. Yeah, as it says right here, 3 more turns. Her cards are very mid, I can't lie, but she's a support unit. She's here to cancel stances, and then she's here to deplete ultimate gauge orb. So in that case, she's better than Gother because she can remove the stances. Her ultimate, by the way, hits hard. It hits almost damage cap at 1 out of 6 HP defense gear. And that's without her weak point activated because you can't debuff the wolves. Obviously, it's a very finicky choice because it's weak point and you can't debuff the wolves. But I think they added this extra 200% damage to negate the weak point effect, because it's like it basically cancels it out and you basically do weak point damage because there is damage cap on all of the wolf stages. So you don't need to do a million fucking damage. You just don't. You don't. So I think she's like the Matrona. She's a very good support. She makes you clear the wolves faster. And the next unit is probably going to be a support one because we already have enough DPS. I don't think we need any more DPS. We need a unit to stay alive, to cleanse with a rank 1. I think that's probably the biggest thing, because Magilda could cleanse at rank 1. And not to mention, we could be getting a Thonar relic. Because if we go here, let's go back real quick. What was the last relic? It was Chandler. When was the last bird relic? Blessing of the Earth, Diane, Fetterdan, Droll, Scotty, Ellihawk. Ellihawk is the deer. Hijack Gother. Hijack Gothers is the last one. I'm blocking it. I'm sorry, but there you go. You can kind of see it right there. It's right here. Hijack Gother is the last bird relic, unless maybe Brunhild or Sigurd's dropped after, but it looks like it's like the same thing. So it's been a while. We definitely are in due for a bird relic, and that's what Thonar would be, because she's human, right? I actually don't remember if she's human or not. Oh yeah, she's human. Okay, I didn't know if they made her unknown or some bullshit. And then the New Year's unit, when Magilda became an actual 100% viable unit, Trader Melee. We could be getting a very fucking broken Meliodas at the end of the year. We very well could. Like, the end of the year unit has always been a broken Meliodas. The first one was the green demon Meliodas. He wasn't broken, but he had a very good effect. Okay, cool. Then we got Assault Melee. He was a very good unit because at the time it was the one Escanor, and unless you were a very smart player, most people just thought, oh, I'm just gonna one-shot the Meliodas, and you never really did, because you ran a very tanky team. You had a taunt, and I thought Trader Melee was a very good unit off of release. And then we got this guy, one of the most absurd PvE units in the game. I don't really like him in PvP. I think his Pierce card is much more effective than his single target. I think his single target is very mid. But he is a very, very broken unit for PvE, especially he's using basically everything. Bird, deer. I don't really like him in deer, but wolves especially. OG Demon, you can use him in Crimson. You can use him in Red Demon. You can use him almost anywhere. I think the only one he doesn't really do well in is the Gray Demon. So he has insane value. He's one of the most must-summon units of all time. And we could be getting an even broken one, because I assume it's going to be a light or dark Meliodas again, because it seems that every 6 months that's what they're going to be doing. The half Annie, like the New Year's, because that's like their big bang. They don't care about anniversary in my eyes. They care about New Year's. That is, I think, when they want to make a lot of money, because that's when they drop the best banners. They've just done that every single time. So next Ragnarok update, we're probably going to be getting a very good support unit. Maybe a unit that cleanses and increases all your basic stats, or it cleanses and it makes you immune or something. And then at the end of the new year, that is when we're going to be getting the final unit for the wolves. That is my personal look on it. That is what they did for the bird, and they dropped the wolf like almost at the exact same time as the wolves. They're doing the exact same thing. They dropped the new demonic beast. They dropped a really good unit with it to counter the wolves, because obviously you need a Brunhild for the power strike. And Brunhild did good damage all the way up until floor 3, where she sort of fell off. And that's kind of what Freyr does. He does really, really good up until the final floor, in my opinion. And then he's like, okay, he's decent. Because you can still get frozen, you get ultimated all the time, and you just never really get his ultimate. And then we got the Matrona, which made floor 3 much, much more doable. Still very annoying, because, you have Green Gother. He always died. He's very outdated unit, in my opinion. He's probably a terrible unit now because of his base stats, and they cooked over his Holy Relic. And now, the next unit after that, we got in November, which was, might have been October, but I'm pretty sure it was November. We got Magilda, and then she was decent, but then we got a relic for her, which made her very, very good. People compared Thonar to Magilda, but Magilda was really mid until she got a relic, because then she actually cleansed the debuff, and then you get an extra buff, and that's when Trader Melee came in and actually did really, really good, because Magilda and Brunhild are decent, but I think Green Gother and Brunhild, Matrona or Diane, probably Matrona because you can actually heal, and then like Margaret or something like that is a much better team than Magilda and Brunhild. I've never really liked Brunhild and Magilda. Like, I don't know, that was just me. Maybe I just didn't have the right gear for her. But as you can see, Magilda was never that great off release. She was good. She inspired more teams to be able to clear it, but that was like the people who have already been able to clear 4-3 very easily. They knew what they were doing, and that's the exact same thing as the new Thonar. So, in my opinion, just wait for the new relic. I think she's a must summon. Sorry I went on a little rant. The banner is alright. I guess I'll just go to the JP one if y'all really care. But I genuinely think that she's a must summon because she's 242 gems. She has a very decent banner. Like half the units are good, half of them are bad. As per usual, that's how they've done like every single banner in the game nowadays. And people are still hunting for Magilda. People are still hunting for Matrona. This is a 242 gem banner that we will never get with her guaranteed. People are still hunting Red Tarmiel. Like they've had to go 2-3 rotations. They just can't pull them. It's summoning for a unit this cheap. Yes, ReZero is around the corner. So if you want to save, you can wait till we see what ReZero is in 1 to 2 days when the live stream drops, because there is a live stream for it. But she has so much value to the team. I think once she gets her Holy Relic, she's going to be an absolute monster for it. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down below what you guys think. I just think it has so much value. I was wrong about Magilda. I don't think I'm going to be wrong about this unit. I told everyone to summon from Matrona, and then people just didn't summon from Matrona, and then they regretted it until they got Trader Melly, and then you didn't really need Matrona anymore. But that was 6 months later, and it's going to be about 6 months more until, probably not 6, probably like 3 or 4 months, until we get an actual consistent team for the Wolves. That's just how they do it. It's a business model at the end of the day. They need to make money. Scummy, yes, but they need to make money. I don't know why people don't understand it. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know. Take care, and peace out.